Have you ever felt connected to a character? Did it sometimes feel fake? What if I told you about a way of filmmaking that imposes something unmanipulated, shown as it is, how it is, something you can really relate to? What if we included rules for filmmaking? Let's begin with the DOGME95 rules. Shooting must be done on location, props and set must not be brought in, the film must not contain superficial actions such as murders and weapons, the film must be in color, special lighting is not acceptable, optical work and filters are forbidden, the camera must be handheld, temporal and geographical alienation are forbidden, which basically means the film needs to take place here and now. And now you have most of a DOGME95 movie. But the lo-fi approach is not what defines DOGME95. DOGME95 is a filmmaking movement founded by 4 Danish filmmakers during 1995, where Lars von Trier, Thomas Vinterberg, Søren Krag Jacobsen, and Christian Levering imposes certain limitations when creating a film. These rules were originally used by Lars von Trier, and they were on-set rules known as the Vows of Chastity. Later they were known as the DOGME95 rules. As Jan Simmons puts in his Playing the Waves, the name of the game is DOGME95. Although the DOGME95 is silent about classic topics of modern film manifestos like subject matter, themes, or the relationship between film image and reality, Dogma's approach to filmmaking as a rule-based game is more than a formal redefinition. DOGME95 was a movement that von Trier seems obligated to. Jan Simmons articulates how DOGME95 was to record a pristine, unadorned, and unmanipulated reality. Removing elements of the typical filmmaking process resulted in a distinctive aesthetic. The 2 main characteristics we find within this style of film are a larger focus on people, taboo subjects took center stage in this movement, a grungy and edgy aesthetic as principal photography was carried out in a more run-and-gun manner as we call it nowadays. As I mentioned, the focus on this movement was people. In the first DOGME95 movie, The Celebration, also known as Dogma 1, Festen, was directed by Thomas Vinterberg and released in 1998. It tells a story about a family celebrating their father's 60th birthday, but as the night unfolds, dark secrets of the family spill out. The son, Christian, reveals to the party that the father, Helge, had sexually abused him and his sister, Linda, when they were younger. There are even themes of suicide, incest, and abuse. The Celebration is a coagulation of strong performances within the hotel it is set in, beautiful dynamics between characters and uncomfortable scenarios. This movie alone is a clear representation of the DOGME95 style. However, it isn't delivered in an overly dramatized way. The second DOGME95 movie, The Idiots, also known as
Idioterne,
was directed by Lars von Trier. The Idiots is about a group of adults who are against judgmental and rich people within society, and they create a group where they could seek their inner idiot, where they act mentally disabled in public. Our main character, Karen, follows this group and challenges their ideas, but ultimately tries to form a connection with them. The group guises the idea behind their actions as challenging the perception of the everyday suburban people. However, none of their reasons that they propose justifies this. Furthermore, their attitude shifts quick when they are challenged to do this within their personal lives. DOGME95 is more than just films that appear low budget. It was a means of disruption within the ongoing emergences of different waves within cinema. As the reign of Hollywood New Wave had just about ended, and its plethora of digital effects, the DOGME95 was used to combat this. Much like the way Jan Simmons puts it, unlike most manifestos in film history, the DOGME95 manifesto does not champion aesthetic or thematic preferences and does not promote political causes or ideologies. The rules of the manifesto are literally only concerned with film production, the making of film. When DOGME95 is talked about its purity, it talks about the storytelling and the content of the movie, rather than the things that could get in the way of that. To some, DOGME95 is one of the purest ways of filmmaking.